Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole Frolic of Inflexible Me, and today I'm going to be talking about what it's going to mean for all of us with Uranus making its transit into Taurus on May 15th. I just want to say really sorry that I wasn't able to get this video out sooner. I was really hoping to get it out at the end of last week, but I've fallen ill all last week, coming in and out. I don't know if it's ascension symptoms. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys can tell me if you were feeling the same, but I had fever, I had chills, I was sweating. It was very flu-like symptoms without really having the flu. So I was kind of like getting better and I thought I was ready to shoot, and then it just hit me again. And I spent a lot of time in bed this week. So I'm better now, so here's what I wanted to originally put out last week. I'm going to get it out now for you guys. But I want to talk about the energies here and what we can all expect. Now, Uranus is a very slow-moving planet. So every time it makes a new transit, it's a big deal for everyone. And it's now making its transit out of Aries into Taurus. Now, I happen to be a Taurus. This happens to be my birthday month, so I'm a little excited about this. And it's actually moving in for me into my first house, which is a great thing, actually. I'm really excited about it because it's a whole new beginning phase for me. But Uranus brings in a lot of change, a lot of sudden change. So what we can all expect is to see many things shifting unexpectedly. So basically the theme for this is expect the unexpected. And that can be a lot of, cause a lot of problems, especially for the Taurus, who is very unwilling to accept change. I should know this. I grew up feeling this way. Change wasn't my favorite thing, but I've learned to adapt, and I'm proud to say that I've changed some of my ways. But you know, it's important to learn how to roll with the punches. And what this is actually doing for all of us is teaching us or giving us an opportunity to really exercise our feminine energy. And this goes for everyone, okay? So we all encompass the feminine energy. And what this is allowing us to do is to encompass the passivity of feminine energy. So that means we get to become more allowing. And when we become more allowing, we don't resist change. And so we're not fighting change, we're allowing it to come in. But passivity is actually a very strong tool to have in your toolbox when you know how to use it. Timing is everything. And so when things are out of your control, it's best to roll with the punches. And so what this Uranus transit is kind of giving us a theme for right now is to exercise that feminine energy, learn to go with the flow, allow the changes to occur, because new opportunities might be coming in ways that they would have never been able to come into had you been staying in your old set ways. So this is very important. Now, Taurus is the ruler of all material things. You know, money and finance is a huge thing right now. So that's what dominates the Taurus astrological symbol. So what we can expect is that there's going to be a disruption within the financial system. And because we're already seeing this with cryptocurrency coming in, I have a feeling that over the next 8 years, until 2026, which is when Uranus leaves Taurus, that we're going to see perhaps a huge crumbling of the old money system into the cryptocurrency possibly. So that's a theme to kind of look out for. And just so I'm protected here, I'm not saying buy cryptocurrency or anything like that. You know, I'm currently setting myself up to receive cryptocurrency in my business and all of that, but this is in no way, shape, or form legal advice to do the same or to accept your own. I'm just giving my thoughts and ideas on what this energy is bringing forth. So cryptocurrency is a form of money that is basically decentralizing everything. So we're not dependent on the banks anymore, and it's bringing the power back to the people, which is a great thing. So I personally think cryptocurrency is a very interesting and positive potential for us to move into. However, this is also a great opportunity to even further break down the money structure as we're moving into fifth dimensional earth, as we start to raise our frequency and begin to bring in more light into our bodies and raise our frequency, we learn to operate more from the heart structure. And we're less guided to work through the money structure, which is a system that has enslaved us through the matrix. The matrix has created this belief that the only way our abundance can come to us is if we're making lots of money. Now, if you want to break free of the matrix, which is a very 3D construct, then one of the ways that you can begin to break that down and break free of it is, and start your process into fifth dimension, is to start working from the heart. And I've started implementing this into my business. Where, I just like everyone else, I have to pay my bills. I have to put food on the table. And so I charge fees for my services. However, if someone does contact me and they really aren't able to pay the amounts that I charge in any way, shape, or form, I work with them in a capacity which they're able to work with. I really don't turn anyone away. So this is me starting to transition my business into working through the heart structure. And I have to say, it's very rewarding on many, many levels. And also, it's helped me play with this idea that abundance comes in many ways and forms outside of just the money structure. Yes, you can receive money still, but it's not the only way. And so, for instance, you may be donated things, you may be given things may show up to you in ways that you weren't anticipating because you believed you had to work a certain amount of hours to make a certain amount of money to get a certain value on the object that you were hoping for. And this is not the case. The universe works in a very unlimited way. And so when we start to move into that fifth dimensional process, this really allows us to exercise that idea and belief. Now, this is a teaching that I've really picked up on through Marina Jacobi. And so if you haven't studied her quantum manifestation skills, I would highly suggest going over to her website and watching from video 1. It's really important to start from the beginning because she really sets the protocols, and there's a lot of information and you can get really overwhelmed and you miss certain steps, and you don't want to do that by jumping in later on in the videos and all that kind of stuff. But it's very interesting, and I know a few people in my life who are using this implementation now in these protocols, and I have to say, they're working, and it's really cool to see it happen. And so if you want to be part of breaking down this 3D matrix and empowering people to really bring in their abundance through the heart, which really is for all of humanity, then this is a great way to do it. And I feel like Uranus moving into Taurus is giving us some energy towards that. It's kind of setting the tone. And so use this next 8 years to pay attention to these things, watch and see, and contribute to this energy in a very positive way that's going to benefit not just yourself, but all. And I think it's really interesting. I think it's a great time. So Uranus and Taurus, this is some of the things that we can expect because Taurus rules the finances. Expect things to kind of go funky, things when change comes in, things are shaken up. There's a little bit of chaos. So expect that. But, through chaos breeds order. So it's important that we break down these old structures so that we can rebuild them in a more positive way for all, that is more empowering and not disempowering. So I think this is a great time, and I think it's not something to be scared of. If you're someone who fears change, then it can be sometimes scary, especially when they're coming suddenly. But I think that, this is a great opportunity for us all to move into that feminine energy, learn to roll with the punches, learn to go with the flow, learn to strengthen that tool of passivity and see where it can be a very strong and very beneficial tool to you to use when you know the timing, what situations to best use it in. It can be extremely powerful. So Great. I think it's a great time for us with Uranus moving into Taurus. And if you're looking to break down the whole 3D structure and rebuild 5D, then this is a really great opportunity, I think. So that's what's happening for Uranus moving into Taurus, which is happening on May 15th. And for all of you who are interested, I'm actually going to be putting out a webinar towards the end of the month on masculine and feminine energies. I've been getting a lot of feedback on this topic and questions for more information, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to do a whole webinar on it for you guys, and I'm actually going to do it for free. So I'm not going to charge anyone. If you want to donate anything towards it, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave a link for that, but you don't, if it's not within your ability to do so, you don't need to. You can just show up and participate. And I'm going to be going into more depth of the energies. I'm going to incorporate more scenarios on how you can really strengthen your masculine energy and strengthen your feminine energy and really bring them into harmony so that they can merge and work well with one another, and why this is so important and how it can produce really positive change in your life in every area, your personal relationships, your business relationships, how you show up in this world, your creativity, how you are able to be successful, like all those things. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be sending out a date for that with the link in my newsletter. So if you'd like to stay updated on that, please head over to my website, inflexibleme.com. I've got a newsletter there. You can sign up for it. And if you're interested in listening to my podcast, it comes out every Thursday in iTunes. And it's just 4 friends talking about the spiritual journey. We often have great guests on who always enlighten us with great information. So if you'd like to check that out, I'll also leave links in the description below. And that's about it. So sorry for taking a week's hiatus from you guys. If I can do another video later this week, I will. And stay tuned for the webinar date. I'll be sending that out very shortly. And I love you all. Have a great May, and I'll talk to you all later.